Have you ever felt emotionally drained after being there for someone? Or you found yourself carrying somebody else's stress or their pain or their chaos as if it was your own? Because a lot of us are empaths who really catch on to somebody else's energy. So, whatever somebody else is feeling, we kind of take that burden on ourselves. We start feeling that energy, we start living that energy. The truth is, you can actually care deeply about others without carrying their weight on your shoulders. You don't have to carry the weight of their emotions on you. You can be present for them, you can be compassionate, you can be kind without becoming emotionally entangled. Now, this balance is called emotional detachment. And it's not about you not caring for somebody. It's a skill all of us need, especially those of us who feel everything very deeply. We need that skill the most. So, in this episode, I'll walk you through how to practice this emotional detachment without losing empathy so that you can be present for somebody, you can protect your peace at the same time, and you can still lead from the heart. So, welcome to another episode of the Flight to Fulfillment podcast. I'm your host, Ratika Seth, your life enhancement coach and the founder of the Freedom Divas Hub. And in today's episode, we are talking about a subject that is often misunderstood: emotional detachment. Now, we've always been taught, our mental conditioning since our childhood is such that we are always taught that we need to be a good person, and to be a good person, we have to be there for people. We have to be emotionally available for people. We have to hold space. We have to, understand others, absorb everything, even if it's at the cost of our own well being. But here's what I want you to know: being emotionally available really does not mean that you have to be emotionally overwhelmed. And you can protect your peace without closing your heart. So let's dive into 5 ways you can practice healthy emotional detachment while still leading with love. Number one, know the difference between support and saving. So when somebody you love is in pain, it is obviously natural that you would want to be there for the person, you would want to help the person, you would want that person to come out of their crisis. So you want to support them, which is perfectly fine, which is perfectly natural. But understand there's a difference between supporting somebody and trying to save them. So, you can, you can have their back, but you cannot walk their path. Remember that. So, trying to fix, trying to rescue, trying to absorb somebody else's emotions will leave you burnt out, will leave you feeling resentful. So reframe this for yourself, really, and even tell the other person that I can walk beside you. I'm holding your hand, I'm walking beside you, but I cannot walk for you. Whatever it is that you're going through, you have to go through this yourself. I'm there, my support is there, my love is there. You know, I'm there full on for you, but unfortunately, you will have to walk the path on your own because this is your path. Empathy means being present for somebody, not becoming the solution for somebody. Number two, recognize what is yours and what's not. So let's talk energies over here. As an empath, you will struggle to separate your feeling from the feeling of the other person. You're used to catching on to somebody else's energy, and that their energy is actually draining you out. So you may start feeling anxious, you may start feeling heavy, you may start feeling sad, angry. Whatever emotion the other person is going through, you get so entangled in that emotion that you start feeling that emotion. And you don't realize that that emotion does not belong to you. It is not your emotion. You are not going through it, the other person is going through it. So at the end of the day, just ask yourself, is this emotion mine to carry? And if the answer is no, just release and let go of that emotion. There are ways, there are practices to do this. You can start journaling, you can start meditating, you can start doing your breath work, you can start doing your intentional visualizations. The idea is you don't have to, get immersed in somebody else's emotion. So do this affirmation as well. Say, I release what's not mine with love and compassion. I release what's not mine with love and compassion. Number three, set boundaries without guilt. So, emotional detachment becomes much easier when your boundaries are clear. You are not being cold if you tell somebody, I can't talk about this right now, or I need time to process this, or I love you, but I need some space for myself. You're not being selfish. You're not being stone-hearted, you're not being cold. You are just protecting yourself, and you have the right to do so. Remember, you cannot pour from an empty cup. So if you are empty from within, what help will you give somebody else? So prioritize yourself, and you do not have to apologize for refilling this cup of yours. In fact, you have to explain it to people that only when your cup is full will you be able to help them in whatever way. How will you pour from an empty cup? Number four, stay grounded and stay in the present moment. So, emotional entanglement. Why do we get emotionally entangled? Because we start thinking about the past or the future. Now, staying in the present, when you stay in the present moment, it allows you to respond to things better. And remember, the past is bygone, it's gone. You cannot change the past. And the future has not yet come. So, the best is that you stay in the present moment. Try grounding practices like, your breathing in and breathing out exercises. Put one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly and take 3 deep breaths and ask yourself, what do I need right now? What do I need right now? What do I need right now? Try this. This will actually anchor you to yourself, and it will help you offer support from a more rooted place and not a reactive one. Number 5, cultivate inner stillness through daily check-ins. And this is very important. If you're somebody who really catches on to others' emotions, please keep checking in with yourself all the time, regularly, every day. How am I feeling today? What do I need emotionally right now? And my God, I don't know how many times I've said this in so many podcasts of mine, that just as we crave food, okay, we have different cravings emotionally also. You cannot have the same food every day all the time, correct? Sometimes you want to have pizza, sometimes you want to have Chinese, sometimes you want to have Indian. It's different, right? You don't have the same food every day, day in and day out. Similarly, it is not possible that you will have the same emotional requirements every day. Just as you go through the day, just as various things happen during the day, your emotions will also crave different things throughout the day. So please, if you are really vulnerable and if you really catch on to emotions very easily, if you take that emotional burden very easily, then please keep checking in with yourself and keep asking yourself, what do I need emotionally right now? Ask yourself, where am I giving too much? The more in tune you are with your inner world, with your inner self, the less likely you are to absorb somebody else's emotion, because you are absorbed within yourself. So try doing this. And this is a Freedom Divas tip I will give you. Make this a morning and evening ritual, a 5-minute practice where you do this affirmation. My emotions matter too. My emotions matter too. My emotions matter too. Keep saying this to yourself as many times. Consciously, start saying this. Start saying this aloud every morning and evening, and slowly let it become a part of your subconscious mind, where even if you're not saying this, it is running inside your head that your emotions matter too. So keep saying this to yourself. My emotions matter too. My emotions matter too. You don't have to stop caring for anybody. Okay? To stop carrying that emotional baggage does not mean that you don't have to love somebody anymore. You don't have to care for somebody anymore. You don't have to close your heart to protect yourself. You simply need to shift the way you show up for others and for yourself. Emotional detachment is not distancing. It's being discerning. It's knowing how you should love others while staying anchored in your own space, in your own peace. How you are supposed to prioritize yourself while you protect others. So, my beautiful people over here, if you've been feeling emotionally heavy, totally drained out, energetically drained, or you've been feeling entangled in somebody else's feelings, take this episode as your invitation to breathe, to recalibrate, and to become the best version of yourself by coming home to yourself, by connecting with your inner self, connecting with your inner peace. You can hold space without holding it all. Remember that. You can lead with love without losing your light. So if this episode resonated with you, like, comment, share it with somebody who needs to hear this today, somebody who really takes on, somebody else's emotions very easily. Please share this with them so that they can balance themselves out. Until next time, until the next podcast, this is me, Ratika Seth, your life enhancement coach, asking you to stay grounded, stay kind, and always remember empathy is a great gift. It's a God given gift. But your energy is your responsibility. Your energy is your responsibility. So, on that note, all the best, and I'll see you in the next podcast. Bye bye.